Okay, we're here. I gotta fix Mort Cam, as usual. Give me a minute. Always, always. Hey, did that just fix it? Like, straight up? Look at that. What are the odds? Until it kicks me out because it doesn't know who I am. I don't know why it's been doing that, but... Let me make it not black and white. Also don't know why it's been doing that, but... Oh, good, cool, camera moved. Hey, Dragon Sage. Nice to see ya, how you doing? Good try, with Lars. Ah yes, here we go. Here's the part where Mort Cam doesn't work. Love it. There we go. Good. It's not like he's there, but you know. But how you been, Dragon Sage? It's good to see ya. Alright, I need my Gameu. My comptroller. There we go. Okay, I'm here. Look at this beautiful ship. This ship that... Why I don't need to be going to the ship. I'll pull it closer, that'll make it easier. This ship that is now fixed. It is... That's not what I mean to do. It is 100% repaired. You love to see it. I had them clean it just because I figured, sure. I'm gonna haul it in a little bit closer here. So that we may acquire cargo. And we're gonna stock up. I got barrels of water. I'm gonna trust that I can make it to Happy Bay on the food that I have. Which may be foolish. Let's take a quick pass along here. Make sure there's not anything that I want to buy. Like I don't know, I don't need another bucket, it's okay. So we got a fishing pole, that's fine. Food manual, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't need pots of tea. I have salt. We do have oars now. Which is important, so... Because we can't push the ship anymore. I don't... I should get oranges. Let me go and grab some oranges, so that I don't get scurvy. And then we shall, let's see how we doing. Oh, I realize now, this is probably kind of loud. I turned it up. Well, maybe not. Because I turned it up for a gecko game. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like we're fine. These are maps that we possess, all of them. I have the good spyglass. Some cheese. Alright, I think we're okay. I think we're fine. I'll go grab some oranges. So as to avoid scurvy. And I think I will also, like, buy a bunch of vegetables. Just because they're extremely cheap. You guys sell oranges, right? Yes. Good. I don't have, like, super many dollars left. Because we've either spent them in order to get the cargo that we're gonna, like, all that cargo that's just awkwardly piled on my ship there. Or, you know, in order we changed the money into what we will need for the other place. But, like, all of this is food. I have to... Whoops. Oh boy. I have to imagine... Yeah, none of those are opened. Plus the oranges now. Alright, this is just an empty crate. Well, kind of want this though in case I catch fish. What do we got in here? Okay, this is empty. Oh no! What is this? I got a crate full of rotten salmon. Okay, hold on. Let me put the good salmon out here. Just throw it on the floor, that's fine. Because this is a phenomenal opportunity for us to clean up our ship a little bit before we leave. Mostly empty barrel of water. Okay, we got a couple more oranges. Oh, we did have another thing of oranges even. So that's fine. That's got fishing hooks in it, even though it doesn't look like it. Yeah, there's more food up here. We're fine. Little lacking on firewood here, but we don't need to cook fish. So that's okay. What are you? A barrel of water that I don't need. Okay. So yeah, let's sell some stuff. We shall sell things. And then we shall go to sleep. Well, no, that's a lie. We'll sell things. Whoopsie. Excuse me, good sir. We'll sell things. We'll hire this guy to buy us a bunch of vegetables. And then we will go to sleep. And the reason that I want to sleep is I want to have, like, literally as many hours as possible to transport all of this cargo. Because I am going to take some quests, either to Happy Bay or to Dragon Cliffs, depending on how much they're worth. And those are going to be on a time limit. Everything else on the ship is not on a time limit right now, which is why I'm just kind of putzing around, and that's fine. But those will have, like, you know, due in however many days. And so we want to have as much time as possible. And it's kind of like already getting sunset-ish. So, bruh. Take my stuff. Oh, excuse me, sir. I'm just gonna, like, drop a bunch of rotten fish in front of your shop. This, I mean nothing by it. Thank you kindly, good sir. 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 Thank you. Okay. He can go and enjoy those slices of trout. I'm not gonna buy fresh food. It spoils well too quickly, and I think we all know how good I am at stopping that from happening. Yeah, I'm throwing all of it on the floor. Don't worry. I have to buy it before I can tell my guy to carry it for me. So basically, I'm just walking up to this man, handing him a bunch of money, and then scooping everything I've ever purchased from him off of his countertop and onto the ground. And he's like, can you not, though? Like, what if you didn't do that? Oh yes, we have Veggie Watch. Okay. Now, can I please? Do I have? I do. Hey. Broski. Hey. Help me take these home. Oh, wait, I have an even better idea. Let me take this potato. I have an even better idea that's free. Sounds like this game needs a basket. That's what I'm going to do! I realized that I literally saved that crate for the express purpose of putting things in it. And then I could totally do that. Alright, have potate, please. This. Because now if I do it this way, I don't need to pay this guy. Oh, there's that beautiful ship over there. So, Dragon Sage, when you went to see the ships, was that like the first time you had ever seen tall ships like that? Take this, please. Thank you. It's so hard to pick these up off the ground. They're so small. Just meticulously organizing my boxes. Don't worry. Yeah, seen and shrugged like it was nothing. I was kind of... I don't know, it was like... Not like a check your privilege moment, but like... I was talking to Tic Tac about the Roald Amundsen, which is like a really famous tall ship in Germany. And I was like, how have you never heard of or seen this ship? It's like a thing, you know? It's a whole thing. And Tic Tac was like, no, why would I have ever seen this ship or even know what you're talking about, you know? I think that's everything. So like, yeah, if you don't like specifically look at things, sometimes you're just like, eh. You know? I blame you for getting excited about boats. I'm honored. Because yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's people like every day who just walk past the USS Constitution and they're like, eh. You know, they don't really even like notice it. Alright. I've got my food. Great, we're gonna go to the inn. We're gonna go to sleep. Tomorrow morning we're gonna pick up the quests and then we're gonna go. Exclusively your fault. I'll take it. I mean, I myself have not seen the USS Constitution, which seems like such an oversight. I will see it as part of the Sail 250 thing next month, but USS Constitution is Old Ironsides. The big one. Okay. $72, let's go. Mine is birds. As in, like, you just assume people know, like, oh yeah, that's a whippoorwill. And everybody's like, what are you talking about? Yep. Yeah. When I was, I don't know, 10, wanted to be an ornithologist. So I'm with you on the birds. I feel like my bird knowledge is a little bit more elevated than some of my other knowledge. Alright, what we got here? My tradesman. World. Tools to happy... Oh my god, that's 1,000 pounds though. Like, I don't think I can do that. That's only 320 pounds. We can probably do this. And how about goods? 640 pounds? Yeah, it'll be fine, right? There you go. Yeah, let's do some like... Yeah. These are like 100 pounds. Great. Where did the other one go? Leather to Happy Bay? Yeah. Great. That's all I'm gonna take. Oh boy. Okay, well it was a lot still, turns out. What is this? Why'd you just throw that piece of wool over there? Alright. Here, buddy. I am not hauling all of this myself. We are leaving town in a timely manner. Is that everything? Except for this guy, of course. Okay. I believe that's all. Because it would still be glowing if it weren't. So, alright. Let's load her up and let's go. What direction is the wind facing? Oh, nice. Okay, we're just gonna We're just gonna chuck all of this stuff in the front of the ship, much as I chucked everything else in the back. We'll sort this out in a bit. Okay, that one's a little precarious, though. That didn't make it any better. Because we'll make all this nice. But, I can't bring myself to care just yet. Like that, just toss it downstairs, it's fine. Okay, okay, hold on. There. Great. Cool. Let's go. Nope, nothing to go wrong. It's fine. We're not, like, overloaded with stuff. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. 100% fine. I still have Oakum. It'll be okay. It'll be Oakum-K. I am sorry. Alright, so let's get going. We can navigate here in a second. Yep, that works for me. Okay. We are currently in Fort Aestrin. Here we go. We want to head to the east. Because out of Fort Aestrin, to the east, really to the southeast, is Happy Bay. That's where we're going. So, I mean, actually, really, truly, it's kind of directly in front of us. And because of where the wind is, let's just throw one of these bad boys down. And off we'll go. I will plot a course here, like, in a minute, once we're away from this sandbar that I could run into. And yeah, like, the jib isn't gonna be doing very much right now, like, it's fine. We'll fix her up in a minute. The wind isn't super strong, but we're still moving pretty nice. You know, Dragon Sage, since you say that you're into birds, we have a woodpecker outside our house. If you have bird knowledge about woodpeckers, please let me know, because it won't shut up. Oh my god. What kind? It's a pileated woodpecker. At least as far as I've seen. It might be like one of the tinier ones that that I just haven't noticed. But I guess my understanding of woodpeckers... Yeah, red mohawk fairly large, yeah. That's him. But to be fair, there is another one that's one of the tinier ones that just has like the little red dot on the back of their head. And I don't know which one it is that's causing the problem. I kind of suspect it's actually that one. Alright. Now that we're past the sand, we're going out to the right of Mount Malefic over here. Yeah, a sapsucker. Which, I don't know that much about them. So, I don't know how to make them shut up. But I think, if I'm understanding correctly, that woodpeckers, like, not only do what they do in order to get bugs, but they also do it to, like, impress the ladies, right? So I don't know how to make him stop. I can't just give him a girlfriend, you know? Hello? Why are we creaking here? What has happened? What's going on here? Do I need just a little bit more forward drive? Like I'm 100% moving here. Unsure what the issue is. I think I might have just skimmed my keel along the sand here. Because like we're quite far from the land, but that's fine. They usually move on if they can't find a mate. Well, then I guess he's got a beautiful waifu because boy is he still here. And the only reason I care is that he's just impossibly loud at like 6 in the morning, and it's like right by our window, you know? Alright, so directly southeast from... It's a little bit... It's like south-southeast, basically, of Fort Aestrin here that we're trying to head. Now, I am going to reef these just a little, because with all of our weird cargo stuff going on, we are not balanced. And like you can see, we're already kind of like listing. Or healing, I meant. I don't think listing is possible in this game because you don't have individual control of the yardarms. Alright. That's south. That's a bit much. Not quite wanting to go south there. We'll just get ourselves nice and steady. I mean, we're basically just gonna head to Mount Malefic. We could even stop there and sleep if we wanted to. Yeah, not much you can do. Yeah. Like, I've heard people say, like, oh, you can hang up, you know, CDs and stuff because they flash and they don't like it. And it's like, well, Which Lars did you get? I couldn't see! Oh no! Ah! Which Lars was it? It all happened so fast. Okay, I need to start taking the things that are gonna make me top heavy, like these tools, and bringing them below decks. So that we are not as top heavy. Topman! Topman is bestman. We love our Topman. Was he Formosan? You know, I do now kind of realize that by putting all this stuff here, I'm kind of blocking myself off from like all of the food that I own. But that's a problem for hungry me later. Why are we causing such a fuss here? Yeah, look at this nice heading. This is fine. What do I still have room for? Down below. Because I want to keep this open, you know? Like, I do genuinely need to go down there and get food, so the rest of this has to be, like, organized up here somehow. Hey, Shavio, nice to see ya. How you doing? Okay, this is, like, a lot, though. Like, actually, unironically, this is a lot of cargo. I want to keep the stuff that's due separate from the stuff that does not have a time limit. And I know that I had to put some of it back here. So all of this is stuff that has a time limit. This does not. I think I got it all. Okay. So, first and foremost, let's organize the stuff that does have a time limit. None of this should be, like, especially heavy. Because like I said, I wanted to be underway before we started doing all of this, because otherwise I was going to spend 6 days in port just organizing my cargo. E-Man fan art for the character design challenge. That's exciting. I trust your artistic instincts. How are you? You know, busy. Which is both wonderful and sucks, you know? You know how that goes? Because, like, I'm thankful for once to actually have, like, a little bit of work in this AI-ridden garbage economy. But I was, like, really, I was really vibing with writing, you know? Like, I was able to get into a nice little rhythm. And I am now kind of, like, sad that I have to actually take a break to do my work. Because I'm almost done, you know? Like, it was really nice to just be able to be like, ah, okay, I've written, you know, 60,000 words in the last 2 weeks and am editing them. And what is happening with the wind here, actually? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, okay. We're gonna get rid of the squares here for a second before I start going backwards. But yeah, it's like there's 41 chapters and I'm in the final edit of chapter 35. You know, so like I don't know why I'm doing this. So like I really just kind of want to keep going, you know? But it's cool. Oh, but I guess the more salient item, my mom is showing up tomorrow. Isn't that exciting? Don't we love to see that? I am so excited. Uh-oh. We do? Question mark? Yeah. So we've planned out, and by we I mean Husbando and I, have planned out like every possible thing we can think of to keep her occupied. But like, is this gonna be okay? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I love this. But like already, I feel like you all can tell from the kind of person that I am that if you tell me you want to have girl dinner, my answer is going to be God no. You know what I mean? It's just not really my vibe, as it were. And so, Mom, I want to go to the zoo so bad. But we can't go to the zoo. Mom doesn't want to go to the zoo. So, look at- I'm so good at this! Look at this! That's so nice! What are you? Oh, you're like tobacco. I could have sold you! Okay, well, you go back here now. So, okay, that's another barrel of water. Yeah, sure. Look at this. This is so nice. So pretty. Okay, let's spank it up over here. I'm a little bit more stable now. We can get it going. Should feel. Don't worry, I'll just ban you. So, yeah, we can get zooming now. The thing with Mom is that she's very much one of those people. I have to chuck everything onto midships here, or this is never going to work. Is that cheese for me? I think that cheese is mostly for me. I think I bought some cheese because I wanted cheese. So the thing with Mom is, I've told her numerous times, like, I don't have... And I don't understand it. I'm getting so ahead of myself because there's like 60 things that I want to say all at once. I don't have a big social battery. So when she comes on a Friday and doesn't leave until Sunday, and it's just like, I have to be with her all the time throughout that entire, you know, time, I'm exhausted, you know? And honestly, I think even extroverts would probably start to get exhausted after like 3 uninterrupted days of just doing things, right? Can you not do this? Did you do something else? Alright, now we have a little bit more space to organize all this stuff. Yeah, 2 streams ago you wanted cheese? I thought maybe. Because cheese doesn't usually go for very much. Except for in my tummy. So yeah, like, I get tired. And then I don't understand it because Mom gets tired too. It's like she shows up and she's like, hey, I'm totally gonna spend, you know, 3 days or whatever with you. And then at the end of the first day, she's like, oh, I'm exhausted. Okay, well then why are you, like, pushing so hard? You know? So, I don't understand it, but whatever. So, we've put together in our brains just as many things as we can think of to keep her occupied while she's here. And okay, now I can actually start to like organize this in a nice way. Ah, look at this. This is gonna be great. Do I want these like this? I don't think I do. And she and I obviously have had like a strained relationship, call it that. Not because of that, but just because... Actually, I feel like I could do this better. Because she was like, what's the word? Enmeshed, right? With me. I wasn't allowed to be my own adult because... Just simple things like she got really angry when I opened a bank account, like a new bank account, and she wasn't on it. Meanwhile, I was 25, you know? And I'm like, why would you be on my business bank account? And she's like, well, I'm your mother, like, you know, what if it's an emergency? Okay, well, I have a husband, you know? And, I mean, like, you're kind of not, like, wrong, Shavil, because that was, like, a big thing when she... Because I originally got my first bank account as a student when I was in, like, high school. And so she had to be on it because, like, you know, I was a minor at the time, and so they could only give bank accounts to minors if their parents were also on there. Sure, fine, whatever. And I just happened to keep that account because it had really nice features, like, you know, it didn't have, like, overdraft fees. So I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep this account because it's nice. Oh wait, this is my food, isn't it? What's in here? This is another empty crate? How did I accomplish that? Okay, well, get down here real quick. Where is wind? Alright, wind is okay. Wind is serving us. So yeah, when she had access to that account, even after I, like, moved out, you know, she would just contact me sometimes and be like, you know, how's it going there, Miss Moneybags? And it's like, okay, well, that's weird. I don't like that. And even more, I don't like it because then you just, like, ask for money, you know? I can't see anything. But like, the money asking wasn't even the thing that irritated me. It was literally just commenting on, like, how much I had in my accounts. And it's like, mother, I don't pay... Oh, here's my cheese. I don't pay taxes. Like, you're seeing my gross income before I pay taxes. So I don't make nearly as much as you think. But also, just stop commenting on it in general, you know? Okay, I can't really organize anymore because I can't see. So I closed that account and, you know, made my own account. And that's when she lost her mind. She was, like, weeping. You know, stuff like that. I had a surgery that was, elective. And she was devastated. Again, she was, like, weeping. And again, I think I was 23 at the time. I don't remember. It's been so long. Might have been, like, 24. And she was like, you know, why didn't you talk to me? You're gonna regret this. And it's like, again, mother, I'm an adult. Not really imperative that I talk to you about about those kind of things. You know? I don't need your permission to do something. I was gonna, for my wedding, which was like way before that, I was gonna, oh no, maybe it was, I don't remember. Because I don't remember when the surgery was, not that I don't remember when my wedding was. Whenever it was, I was just gonna order a wedding dress, like, online. Our wedding was, like, super chill. As per, like, the dragon cake, right? That I shared in the Discord. I want to, like, adjust my heading, like, just a little, but I kind of buried the helm in wool, and also I don't want to run into Mount Maleficent. It's Mount Malefic, but still, like, overnight while I sleep. So yeah, I was just gonna order a wedding dress online, but mom, again, weeping, just devastated that we weren't gonna do, like, the mother-daughter wedding dress shopping thing. So I caved because then, you know, more than 10 years ago, I was a little bit more... I care a lot less now about what other people think, you know? And so I caved and we did that, and I literally just went and bought essentially the dress I was gonna buy anyway, and it's like, cool, okay, whatever. That's a thing? Yeah, it's a thing that you take your mom wedding dress shopping with you, and you have, again, you have, like, this girls' night, which I was talking about my mom being like, you want to have girl dinner? I can't see, actually. Where am I? Okay, this is the front of the ship. Uh-huh. Going around. Okay. Great. Great. I think this is... Yep. Nope. It's this. I just gotta be down here. Okay. Okay, I'm down below. Alright. Great. Cool. We can sleep now. Yeah, it can also be a friend. For sure. But remember, this is my mother. She thinks that she is my best friend and my only friend. So we went and did that, and the wedding dress that I was looking at was black and white. And she literally told me when I pulled it up, and I was like, I really like this one. I hope that they have this one in stock. It's like $200, and I think it's really pretty. I think it would be fine with my body shape, because I'm very short and, like, stout, you know? Like, it doesn't matter whether I'm muscular or whatever, I'm still, like, thick. What? Okay, why does it look like we're very sideways? Are we very sideways? This is fine, right? Probably fine. I don't know, we're fine. And so it was a black and white dress, and she literally looked at me. We were standing in the kitchen, and she looked at me and she said, "Don't do this to me." And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, it's not okay to have a wedding dress with black in it. Because that's bad luck. And I'm like, okay, well, not your wedding, number one, and number two, don't do this to me? Why are you saying it like the wedding is your wedding? I'm pretty sure it's not your wedding. Last time I checked. Have to ask my husband. But so I bought the wedding dress that I wanted anyway. And then to top it all off, like the wedding kind of really just brought all of her codependent, that was the word I was looking for. I mean, she was enmeshed, yeah, but codependent was the word I was looking for. It kind of all just brought it to a head, right? Husbando and I made my wedding ring. I don't have an engagement ring. I just have my wedding ring, which we also happened to use as an engagement ring. Can it be like sunrise, please? Because, I'd like to be able to see and not just, like, walk off of my ship. Hello. I don't have a big island in front of me, do I? Okay, no. I have no concept of where my quadrant is right now. I knew I was gonna do that. Wrong button. Is my quadrant in here? That's some fish on the floor. So, I would take a navigational reading, except that I don't know where my quadrant is. So we're gonna just not take a reading tonight. Ooh, sunrise. Oh yeah, there's Mount Malefic. Okay, cool. So yeah, it kind of brought everything to a head. And Husbando and I designed my ring together. Like, we went to a jeweler and we were like, can you make this ring? And they were like, yeah, sure. So we sat and we, like, with the jeweler, we did all these sketches and all that kind of stuff, and we made it together. And I really like it. And my mother had the audacity to ask me if I would wear a ring that she picked. Like, if that's what Husbando could give to me. And I was like, no. Why would I do that? No. So that's the kind of person she is. It's all about her all the time. Oh, no. It's all about her all the time. I'm gonna put the spanker down because the wind is coming right off the beam. Just, I want it to be a little bit lighter so I can actually see what's happening, you know? Some women give birth and have a very strong idea of how the life of their child will happen. Yes, I mean, that's exactly what it is. I was an extension of her. But probably more importantly, my dad was abusive, and so, like, I was her friend, right? In the sense that I was the only other person in the house that she could, like, not have yell at her. And that was the way it was for me, too. We were, like, each other's, like, place, you know? Hey, Chris, nice to see ya. How you doing? Thanks for the boop. Oh, hey, there's Morty. So, I mean, I get it. But at the same time, like, she needed to just chill. So that's who she is. Everything is about her. Everything is about what she wants. So tomorrow, look at that sunrise. Very nice. Yeah, I can show it in Discord. It's very... I like it. And it's funny because I have tiny fingers. So... I have tiny fingers, so... I really wanted a wedding ring that was... Hey, Ouija! How you doing? Dawn or dusk? This is dawn. Thankfully. The sea is a little choppier than I would like. I don't super... Like, I could put a square down. But it makes me, like, a little nervous. We're really heavy. I haven't finished organizing the cargo yet, but we're quite heavy. So actually, I think what I might do is bring my food up from below decks. Like, look at that. That's so nice. It's, like, perfectly framed. Look at that, it's so pretty. I might bring it up from below deck so I can put the heavier, like the tools and stuff, the heavier cargo down below. But anyway, so I have tiny fingers, and I wanted a ring that was small, right? I did not want like these big honkers, right, that stick up really far from your hand, and I didn't want a big, because it is a diamond. We talked about like, you know, like moissanite and like ethically sourced diamonds and stuff like that. And I didn't want like a gigantic blood diamond, you know? And so the entire time we were designing this, I was like, do you think this is too big? Do you think this is too big? To husbando. But the jeweler never heard any of that. And the first thing she said when they finished the ring and they like actually put it on my hand was, oh, that's so big on your finger. And husbando was sitting next to me like, ooh. You could not have said something worse. But, I mean, I understand why she did, right? Because that's what every person wants to hear, usually, right? They want to hear, like, oh, that's such a big diamond, because it's, like, a cultural thing. Can we stop with the big waves? I'm uncomfortable. Where's the storm coming from? Okay, well, regardless, I need to... Like, I don't want these tools here. They're too heavy. I'm gonna bring them, like, below decks. Just for a bit. We're gonna unload some of this in Happy Bay. Rainbow! But we need to get to Happy Bay first. So my point in telling you all of this is to indicate that my mother is, really only about herself. And she'll be here tomorrow. So... she asked months ago, do you want to go to girl dinner? Because she's gonna have a friend with her. And I understand that to mean gossip dinner, right? And anybody who knows me, even a little, knows that one of my absolute least favorite things on the entire planet is small talk. Can we chill with the back and forth here, please? Like, this stuff is not helping. So, essentially, no, I don't want to go to girl dinner, or whatever you're calling it. You know? But I don't really have a choice, so... fine, whatever. So I thought I was being sneaky. I was like, okay, great, you know, husbando can join us too, right? And she was like, oh yeah, of course. And... so we made this whole plan to go get food tomorrow, and husbando's gonna, like, leave work and just be there so that I don't have to do girl dinner by myself, right? And then it turns out that she just wants it so desperately that we're gonna go eat, and then husbando is supposed to leave so that we can have girl dinner. And it's like, mother, you want to do this. I don't want to do this. But fine, whatever. I will do what you want to do, because when people hang out together, sometimes you just do what the other person wants to do, you know? Fine, whatever. But the whole thing is like... I was certain, Dragon Sage. I was certain it was coming. The other thing is, you know, multiple times when I've expressed to Mom, like, hey, I'm really tired. Like, this has been a very busy time of you being here. Like, I need a minute, you know? Like, let me just recompose myself. She's always said, whatever you want to do, like, we don't want to impose. You just pick whatever's fun for you and we'll go do it. Okay. So I pick the zoo. She doesn't want to do that. Instead, we're going to a winery for 4 hours. Reminder, I don't drink. I don't like the taste of wine even if I did drink. There's no food there. So, like, it's literally just for her, you know? And so that's what this entire weekend is gonna be. I'm so excited. Okay, so the wind is like coming from the stern now, which is like fantastic. Love to see it. Let's see what is going on in this neck of the woods with my cargo. Wool is like kind of heavy, but not super heavy. And I want to kind of keep things flat where possible. We have a lot of cargo. This is so much cargo. But we're dropping some of it in Happy Bay. So we've got that going for us here. It doesn't have to come with us all the way to Dragon Cliffs. Not that, Lars. You'll get it. I believe. Alright, can I fit this in here? Like so. Oh, I can. Look at that. I don't feel like we've had him very often, Cheville. I don't remember the last time I've seen him. Okay, feeling a little bit better about this whole cargo situation. This is an empty crate. I can... This is my cheese. I can jettison the crate if I need to. That barrel of water is also, like, pretty heavy. We got some tools down here. Alright. So here's the part where... I want to... Okay, I got a little bit of water in here. That's fine. Eh. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring the tools above deck for a minute. Okay, good. I can get past, kind of. Kind of. Not really. Okay. Okay. Okay, just kidding. Tools are gonna go back down here. We're gonna wait until this storm passes. Because I have cheese up here that I can eat. And I have, like, other food items in here, so... I will just use those first. Oh, it still has 3 in it. I just want to get rid of that thing. Alright. I feel like we'll be okay to let it out a little bit more. Because again, we're with the trade winds, so... It's just, this is like, it's so important to be like balanced, you know, at this point. As you can see here, like we're gonna heal. Get. I would just love to be out of this storm. But yeah, I mean, we can take some pretty intense healing as we've discovered. So yeah, that was a very long story to say that's what I'm doing with my weekend. But you know what? I would so much rather do it this way than Christmas. So much rather that than Christmas. Is that out all the way? Really? No, look at this thing. This thing is a catastrophe. I hope you take it in stride. Thank you. Jeez. Alright. That's better. Much better. Okay. Don't feel super great about putting the tops up right now. So Obviously, we've got a storm. Just one. Just this one over here. Sorry. Sorry. The limiter probably didn't cut that. So we might end up having to put these squares away, depending on what the storm is doing, because it's coming to us off the beam, but right now the wind is behind me, so. Whoops. What have I done? What have I done? But we should be schmoving here. I like our course. I think that our heading is nice. We are heading to Happy Bay. We will make a stop there. Drop off. I'll have to look back at the previous stream to see. I believe it was the tools that were getting dropped off in Happy Bay. And the goods are going to Dragon Cliffs, but it might be the other way around. I'll look. Because we're not going to get to Happy Bay today for sure. Like, we're not even out of Astron. There's Mount Malefic. So, for perspective, right? I'll show you the map. So here's Astron. We started at Fort Astron, here in the middle. We've gone past Sunspire. We're going past Mount Malefic right now. And here's Astron on this map. At the very top, you can see Mount Malefic, right above Pick. And we are going down to Happy Bay. So. We will turn a little bit further south soon. Okay, the wind is starting to, or the waves are starting to scare me a little bit, but sort of cheating to look at your VODs. I just didn't write it down. Is my spanker up? Yeah, okay. But we'll be zooming here. Yeah, the wind is shifting. But once we get out of Astron, hopefully fewer storms. This place is known for storms anyway, so while it's still calm, I guess I will. Well, actually, I don't want to open that just yet, because I think I have some open food in here. Yeah, I've got some oranges. Great. You'll love to see it. Is anybody else doing anything fun this weekend? Schooners are so small. Schooners are... they can be speedy little guys, though, if you ever take a look at Pride of Baltimore. I mean, it's a clipper, but like it's a topsail schooner, so I mean it counts as a schooner, and it's very speedy. A lot of the times when they do like Great Lakes races and stuff, a lot of tall ships get together to race. It's almost always Pride that is like right out in front. And part of it, I would argue, is like the rake. If you... it's just kind of a thing that you... oh man, look at how good my scuppers are these days. Like, we've gotten water in there while I was down there, and the scuppers are actually draining it. I forgot what that was like. Next week! Yes! Are you gonna go see Pride? Okay. This is creating sheer... in a storm, with this much cargo, I don't want to actually, you know, move these squares. Oh yes. Oh yes. Tell me where you will be, Dragon Sage, and I will tell you what ships you should see and why. But, so one of the things that's under tension, so I'm gonna leave it. One of the things, and this ship doesn't have it like at all for me to like demonstrate, but the rake of a ship is like if you're standing next to the mast. Does this ship actually? No. Well, it's kind of hard to tell right now. I don't think it does. But when you're standing, woo, next to the mast, a mast will appear to like lean backward. And that is on purpose. That's the rake. Pride of Baltimore has like a really intense rake. And nobody can quite say why or like what effect it has on the ship and like why that I have talked to. My presumption has always been that by angling your masts backwards, like there's multiple reasons why you would do it. The main obvious one that is true is that if you have a mast that's just like straight up and down, when the wind pushes on it from the back, it's like straining the wood, right? And your mast is kind of leaning forward. If you tilt the mast backward a little bit, then when the wind pushes it, you know, it's not tipping your whole ship forward as the mast kind of gets pushed by that force, right? But in my opinion, the Pride goes so fast due to its intense rake because, and I don't know anything about math, if Twiz were here I could ask, our course is fine, by the way. Yeah, like we're getting blown a little bit southward, that's fine. I just kind of want to weather the storm. I will actually, I mean, like it's like beam seas, but like not that bad. Anyway, my presumption has always been that Pride goes so fast because the intense rake helps to lift the ship up, you know? So because the masts are so far back, when it gets pushed by the wind, instead of pushing the ship forward, it pushes it up and forward. And that helps it to reduce drag, is my opinion, right? There's a boat tracker for the Sail 250 boats. That makes sense because, you know, they would have their GPS on anyway for just like bookkeeping purposes, right? And for reckoning. So they might as well turn it on so people can see it, right? The storm is like not even to us yet. But hey, there's Mount Malefic that we're leaving behind, so that's cool. But yeah, if you're specifically going to Sail 250, Pride is there. Sadly, Niagara is not there, and that's a whole can of worms. Other ships to see would be, if the Andalusia is still coming, see that one? I don't remember. I'm trying to think. Go see When and If, which is just such a teeny tiny little ship. It's so cute. Appledores won't be there, sadly. Appledores always try their best. We got water down in here? Of course we don't, because my ship is cool. Yeah, Constitution, I think will be there. I don't know if the Constitution is actually leaving Boston. It could just be that the Constitution is just staying in Boston. Amerigo Vespucci, I guess, comes to mind also as another ship to see. That one is gargantuan. But, the ship, the biggest one. Get, I have a hair on my screen. Get off! I'm looking at not Boston. Also, am I like... Okay, no, this is still fine. It might be... I don't think it's Gorchfok. I'm trying to remember which one is the biggest one there. Gorchfok is large, but... Hold on, I'm gonna turn my captions off real quick. Because I want to pull up a thing. Let's see. Okay, this is actually really far in the past. I hope I'm not sinking because... There we go. Yeah, there's Mayflower. Yeah, it's the BAP Union. Whoopsie. From, I think it's Peru. That is definitely one to see. It's 377 feet. So it makes it one of the largest in the world. So if that one is there, definitely see that one. I just had another one in mind. What happened? Wait, what? What happened? How did this happen? How did this become my stream? What is happening? It's supposed to be this. What have I done? This is a good stream. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, close that. You don't know what's happening. Well, good thing we're just in a storm and sailing in a straight line because I don't know. What? What? Like, hold on, though. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh no, Mort Kim is gone. What's happening? Chat, I've done it. There. My ship is getting absolutely inundated with waves. What on earth is occurring in the background that is causing this to do this? Mort, that makes no sense, Mort. There. Mort's back. Game's back. We're surviving it. Okay. Jeez. Got water? No, I don't. I'm fine. We're fine. We're cool. So yeah, go see BAP Union. Big ship. Try to Baltimore if it's going to be there. What was the other one I had? Oh, Cuauhtemoc. The Mexican ship that hit the bridge. Go see that one if it's there. It may or may not be. Because like you said, they're a little bit different. Oh, I don't like how the wind has changed here. I don't know what happened in OBS to make that happen. I cannot figure it out. According to me, all of my sources are like appropriately hidden. So I don't know. I don't super want to sleep in this, but, you know, fun sailing thing, right? I don't know if you recall that we were sailing with the wind, you know, not at this angle. And then we came back after I was putzing around, and we were much closer to sailing into the wind. That is called weather helm, which is the propensity of a ship to turn toward the wind if you just leave it alone. I am not going to be able to navigate tonight for probably obvious reasons. So there's Mount Malefic. I'm gonna set my controller down, and I'm possibly gonna regret that, but let us... We are going back to this. Oh god. Okay, hold on. Pop that up there. And then... like, this isn't right either, somehow. There we go. So we're gonna go back to doing this real quick. So Mount Malefic, if you can see here, is... Whoopsie. Like here, this is Mount Malefic. So we are just like a smidge past it. So we're gonna be like right here. And I'll tidy this map up, but for now, we're just gonna mark ourselves there as day 1. This reading was taken at like sunset, so, you know, we'll call it 1800. Because we want to track ourselves, obviously, toward Happy Bay. That is the purpose of doing that. The reason? What's the reason? Because, it is storming. And I can't see... well, anything. But... I can't see, the stars in order to be able to navigate. Yeah, I can't locate the stars. We might end up in Irons. I can't tell because I can't see the sun anymore. But we do need sleep, so we'll figure things out in the morning again. And then from there, once we get out of Astron, hopefully we should have following winds for like the majority of the time, and we should like really be able to schmoove. I do not get the impression that we are currently sinking, which is valuable. So... are we still not sinking? I think we're still okay. So basically, what I did on the map there, because we couldn't take a reading, is called Dead Reckoning. I used the information I had available, right? Like, I took a guess, because, you know, this game doesn't quite have the same level of, specificity as real life. Took a guess about the speed that I was going, the direction I was going. I mean, that wasn't a guess. I knew the direction I was going. And the landmarks that I could still see in order to kind of triangulate where I was. Let me out, please. Eh. Alright, let's see if I can... Is that a thing in spy movies? Okay, yeah, see, look at this. We got wind 100% behind us now, which is fantastic. We can... I'm gonna take this with me, actually. We can now adjust what we have been doing, which is lovely. Wind behind us means we can zoom. So now that the storm has passed, we're back with the trade winds, which is what we want. Now let's see here. We're heading a little bit more east than south. We do need to be going mostly south at this point. That's going to influence what I choose to do with these sails, but... Oh, no, that still works. We still Gucci. And now also I can try to find my quadrant. Hey, a potato. Oh, there it is. Because now there are stars. And now we can actually take a reading. This one is the North Star. And this, according to this, that looks to be 35, 40, 38 to 39. Now we'll look at our map and we'll see if that makes sense. It does make sense. So see, up at the top here, you got Mount Malefic. It's right to the right of the N in Astron, basically. It's on the 40th latitude. And so by us getting a reading of 38 to 39, that means we have moved south, which is correct. And, you know, we are about where you expect us to be. On, I would say, closer to the 39th line. The 39th, latitude. We got sunrise here. So again, now we know for sure this over here is the 39th latitude line. So we were actually a little bit further than we looked. We have been going slightly more east, on the southeast, you know, trajectory. So if you can see, this would be directly southeast. If we went directly southeast of where we were on the 39th line, we would be, you know, I can't quite line it up, but we would be like here. However, we didn't do that. We went a little bit further to the east, which means we are going to be closer to over here. And it was kind of getting toward 38, but we want to put it closer to 39. So, this was day 2 at, like, it was right before sunrise, so you want to say, like, 5 a.m. Now, we want to go to Happy Bay, which is here. Which now means, according to this compass that you can see right here, right, we want to be going south-southeast, essentially, right? And that is what we have accomplished. We've done it. That was... we have navigated. And as you can see, we are going roughly south-southeast, so... we're doing it. We're sailing. Navigating. And there's good old Mount Malefic and Astron. Let's let her loose a little bit more here. We can go a bit faster. As you can see, these are nice and full. Once it lights up a little bit more, we can continue our quest of reorganizing the ship. But, the storm has passed. Hopefully we won't have too many more because they're mostly an eastern thing. Why did it sound like I hit something? Their little ship. No, man, I just put these down. You gonna change the wind direction on me here? Yep, that still looks south-southeast, so. I don't mind capturing the wind direction a little bit more. The wind isn't strong enough for me to, like, worry about healing all that much. There we go. Cool. Cool, cool. Yeah, wind isn't super strong right now. We slurp down some juice. Great, now I can finally get rid of this dang thing. Bye! Oh, Joe, can you not just slam into my ship like that? 15% damage to my ship from an empty water barrel. Alright, what we got here? Got some cheese. Yeah, I got in trouble for littering, you're right. Okay. Back to potato. I got a potato. Alright, all this stuff basically looks good. These oranges are for me. For me to nosh upon as I need them. So they can go in my noshing pile. Right here. I have 2 ores, in case you feared. Because just in case I drop one overboard. Alright, cheese. Yeah, sure. Great. Yeah. I need these tools to be upstairs. Where do I want fish? I guess we can have some fish, like, here. As long as that's all. It's not. Okay, fine. Fine. Just go there. Oh, the wind is picking up a little bit. Okay, let's ease that up a little bit here. We can still sail with the tops, just maybe not fully out. Although maybe I'm changing my mind. The wind has gotten a lot stronger. Maybe we can sail with the 4 topsail still. Although the wind is changing even more. These squares in general are turning less helpful. Fine, fine. The wind cannot always be in our favor. I gotta fix everything. It's messed up my whole ship. Let's throw the spanker. Spanker by itself shouldn't be enough to, like, really cause us problems here. Okay. Tools, come upstairs, please, because I need food. I have accidentally locked all of my food in the basement. Yeah. Let me in. Let me, gimme, get, hit. I can almost reach. Oh, oh, it's more oranges. I don't need oranges. I got too many oranges. What's this? North fish. Salmon. Goat cheese. Let's grab some north fish. We can eat some fish for a while. Great. Alright, now the tools can go back downstairs because I've got some food. And we're putting these tools downstairs because they're really, really heavy. Yeah, thinking we haven't bailed in a while. I have seen water down here once since we left. It has been phenomenal. This is what sailing a repaired ship looks like. The scuppers actually work. But fear ye not, there is no, repair mechanism in Happy Bay, so... Okay, Cheville, I got some news for you. I have so many carrots. So... they are all in this box, along with some apples, cucumbers, and potatoes. We should begin drying them. And it is your responsibility to make sure that they're always okay. Work, work, work. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, this is a catastrophe over here. I hate having this bilge pump here. It's in the way of, like, my entire operation back here. Alright, and this is the one that is in use. Cool. That's not really better, but it's kind of better. I don't know. And look at all this stuff. Eh. 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 I just made it worse. Oh, it's so much worse. Okay, well, that is what it is. Alright, we got goat cheese, we got pork, we got some north fish, we got... That's the wrong crate. We got so much food up here. Easy. I might be able to squeak this one up here. I can just flatten it out. I want it here, please. It would be beautiful. Okay, fine. Fine, we'll put our north fish on the floor. Here. I'll live with it. Now, this rack is for food, but I'm putting my chip log here. I don't mind going straight south for a minute. We've been going it for a little bit, so I'll change our course here, but... Alright. The quadrant is really kind of the most important thing. I need that to... Where'd my chip log go? Oh, there it is. It's still there. Okay, quadrant decided it doesn't want to be there. Fine. Sure. Can be a little bit much on this spanker. Just a smidge. The reason we turned south was because the spanker was all the way out. It pushed the nose, the bow of the ship southward, because more pressure is being exerted on the back than is being exerted on the front. More cargo time! This is an empty crate. I'm kind of reconsidering whether I even want it. The answer is I don't think I do. Because it's just kind of in the way. Stop hitting my ship! Alright, this is just regular wool. It's not on a time limit, so it gets to live back here with the rest of the wool-based products. Great. Oh, look at how much more organized we are. This is a food crate. I will deal with that in a little while. What are you? A full barrel of water. I don't have space for you down here. Now less than ever. Alright, chrono compass. What time is it? Oh, it's actually pretty close to noon. Alright. Let's take a sun compass reading because that requires more skill and is therefore funnier. So for those who do not recall how a sun compass works, I guess we should actually be back here. We're watching for this little... I know it's hard to see. This little gray diamond-looking thing. The shadow, if my rig could ever get out of the way, to cross over the middle line. Once it does, we will turn backwards, and we will look at the time. I can't see the time. And that was essentially like 11:48 or so. Wow, nobody can really get Lars today. And we will double check with this just because, you know, I want to, but I'll explain my math in a minute here. Boy, I can't see this shadow right now. Okay. So that was a longitude reading. Boy, we are still healing. I guess I can't really explain this, can I? So we want to be... Happy Bay is in the, like, 4 quadrant here of the longitude. Ideally, we want to be somewhere between 2 and 4 because we're moving in this... I'm ahead! I can't get closer for some reason. We're moving in this space kind of between Aishan and Happy Bay. So, this requires me to do math. So this was at 11:48. That means that we are in positive longitude. Okay, 48, 52, 56. Every 4 minutes away from noon is 1 longitude. Can you, like, chill for a second, though? Jeez. So if we were at 11:48, right? 48 to 52 is 1. 52 to 56 is 2. And 50... Am I doing this right? And 56 to noon would be 3. Which means we are at approximately 3 positive longitude. So, once again, if we are at 3 longitude, that's this one, okay? Presuming that we maintained course and are somewhere within the 3 longitude block, that's this one, then we would be somewhere around here. And that would be day 2 at noon that we took that reading. That is showing up on stream, right, when I do that? Yes, okay. Wind is not especially great right now, but you know, that's alright. There's Mount Malefic. Still. So tall. But we're on our way. We'll get there. I wish that we weren't just sailing beam seas the entire time, but you know, whatever. Yep, clear skies. You love to see it. I'll turn a little bit more to the east. Like, we're pretty alright right now. Like, just a smidge more to the east. Yeah, like, that's fine. Because we have to keep compensating for the spanker a little bit. Because it is still out somewhat. Oh, we've organized the ship except for the stupid thing of water. I am getting hungry. So we could start to cook up our carrots, as per Cheville being there to observe them. We could make soup. We could dry the carrots. We could roast the carrots. There are many things we can do with the carrots. I think I may want to dry the apples. I love how it just seems like you just ravage the ship whenever you slice anything on a table. It has the same sound effect as like running aground. Alright. We will dry these appy slices. Because they're a little bit more substantial than like carrot slices. No offense, Cheville. Cheville, what are you doing? I need you on apple slice duty also. Can't just... Look at this. Rolling all over the place. And there's a cucumber back here. Who put this cucumber back here? There's two cucumbers. Chat. It fell. Who is in charge of the cucumbers? I have some words for your bi-monthly report. So those will dry gradually over time. So I'm unsure. We may make it to Happy Bay next time. I don't want to promise. We'll see. It depends on whether the wind stays like this, because, like, we could put the squares out now again. Yeah, no, they don't. They don't dry as good on the floor, which is why somebody needs to be in charge. Yeah, I can't even get this cucumber. You see? You see what you've done, chat? The cucumber is lost to me. I'm gonna starve to death before I can get that cucumber. So you think of 13 or 19 more sessions. So I would say possibly 2 to get to Happy Bay. 2 to 3 to get to Dragon Cliffs. And then from Dragon Cliffs, the passage to from Dragon Cliffs to Gold Rock City is essentially almost twice as long as the one from Happy Bay to Dragon Cliffs. So it's quite far. But remember, we're not just sailing just to sail there. We're sailing to make money. Because we only had, what, 660 or whatever gold? And we need 800. We voted for this, chat. That's right. So we're gonna start fishing, stuff like that. Which I guess I could have been doing this entire time. So we're trying to make money, which is why we have all of this stuff. Like, I have my ship just packed almost as full as it can be with all of this stuff because we need to make money. We're gonna pass off some of it at Happy Bay because Happy Bay was paying like a ridiculous amount for, like I said, I think it was tools. And then Dragon Cliff was paying a ridiculous amount for goods. The wind is back in our favor, see? See? We schmovin'. I'm gonna be a little bit careful with these squares. You can see we're really healing. Don't feel super great about that. Please. Like, we can handle it, you know, this is We'll ease it up a little bit. But alright, we're getting to sunset again. Mind the apple slices. How are they doing? Good job, chat. They're still on the drying rack. You did it. I'm so proud of you. I hired you for a reason. So it's getting to be sunset. Let me see. Like, we can still see Mount Malefic, but it is obviously much smaller back there. So we will, we'll wait until next time to take another reading. Let me just sort out these sails so that when we start next time, they'll be living deliciously. And we'll be on our way, you know? I am so hungry right now. I'm gonna go get a snack. So, yep, we'll be on our way to Happy Bay. Next time, I'm literally gonna, like, do my outro and everything while we're sailing because, like, the wind is, like, really nice right now. So, let's see who's streaming, of course. Ruby is streaming. Lovely. Arg is streaming. Chat, would you rather watch somebody play Silk Song for the first time, Ruby play Titan Souls speedrun, or the final day of Steam Next Fest demos? Those are our options. Ruby is the most recent one that we've rated, but Titan Souls is like a really fun speedrun. Let me see how long they've been streaming. "49 minutes. Alright, well, they're gonna be live for a while. Oh, Mort has gone. Can I see him? Where did Mort go? Yeah, I'm just loving this because we're schmovin', so I'm happy to just, like, chill a little bit. We're thirsty and hungry. That's fine. Mort, where you at, my dude? There you are. We found him. We've secured the Mort. Well. We're gonna head over to Ruby. In that case, because, Titan Soul speedrun is really fun. It's really, what's the word I'm looking for? Skill intensive, because if you've never played Titan Souls, if you get hit, it's a boss rush game, and if you get hit once, you die. Like, you have no health, it's just you can't get hit, so it's a very interesting speedrun. Say hi to Ruby when you get over there. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Have a good weekend. I will see you next week. We'll keep learning Gecko Gods. In the meantime, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Stay safe. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you later. Bye!